Actually, it's right here at the bottom. You should hear me. I just unmuted. You hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Do me a favor and tell me if you can hear me now. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Okay, there we go. See, I told y'all, Quincy B, he trying to.
Got you.
We connected a new system. Good morning. Announce yourself. Let me see you. I can't see you right now. I just see you guys joining. But tell me where you at so I can see your comments pop up. And I will.
Just go to your Facebook just in case you.
Yes, it's not. Hold on, y'all. Hey, can you hear me? Can someone comment, please? I'm just trying to test something really quick. Why y'all be coming on here acting all shy and stuff? I don't understand. Just even if it's a replay, can you please just type something in, please? Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not getting anything. I just want to wait. If not, I'm gonna have to disconnect and come back. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not Okay, yeah, no. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna end this one. Or you know what? I'll tell you what. That's okay. I'm just gonna go with this. We're just gonna roll with this. I was waiting for something to pick up so I can see you. Oh, okay, good. Someone you can hear me. You can hear me? You can see me? Okay, good. All right. So let's do this. Okay. So here's what I want to talk about really quick, just so you guys know. I'm having a hard time seeing your comments. So if you're saying something, you can just announce yourself when you come in. That'd be good. But look, here's the deal. So here's the deal. So I woke up with lots of messages regarding men who would also like to detox. And I thought I would bring Quincy. Oh, wait, babe, you don't hold on. Let me bring them to the show. Welcome.
There I is.
Welcome. Hold on. You got to unmute yourself. I have a very special guest today. A very, very special guest.
I'm gonna stay muted because that way they can pick me up on here.
Where, from my mic?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, no. Let me
Hey, can you guys hear us? I'm not sure if I should just stop it and come back, or we try something new and it kind of messed up our sound and our audio initially. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear us. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna roll with it. Let's just roll with it. We're just gonna roll with it. Hopefully you can hold on. Someone's messaging. Maybe they can hear me. Hold on.
Yeah, comments are popping up. Yes, Daphne says yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you. All right. So look, here's what we're gonna do. As I was stating, so forgive me, I don't know, what was that, about 4 minutes of your time? I'm so sorry. But if you're joining live, welcome. If this is a replay, can you please announce that this is a replay? And if you have questions, please, I'll come back and answer throughout my day. But here's what I would like to do. I already talked about, right, in one of my videos, I strongly dislike traditions of men, meaning man-made traditions. However, I do want to honor, it is Women's Month, and I believe that there are some women who really, really pioneered the way for us as women, which is really, really great. But I want to talk about the importance of men and why we need them and why it is important for them to take care of their health, just like it is with us as women. So I want to talk about what Quincy, throughout this process of what I've been through, Quincy also had a time and a moment of detoxing with juicing. It was about, what was that, in the summer? Yeah, it was summer, because Nino was actually, we were during his travel ball season. So it was during the summer. But anyhow, I want to let you in on this process. And then perhaps the gentleman who said they will also like the cleanse and detox, y'all gave me an idea. So I got an idea of what we can do moving forward. Hey, my son, how was work? Good. I have an idea. So here's what I would like to do. So Quincy joined me on this journey, and I actually have a video. Remember the video? The video that we took. We never posted it, but we actually have footage
Oh yeah,
of when
of my start.
Of the start.
Yeah, the start of juicing.
And videos of myself. And I was actually doing a comparison. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was really doing something back then. But when I compared then, which is like 8 months ago to now, I'm, proud of the accomplishments. But anyway, what I want to say is during that time, Quincy, during 1 week, and it actually wasn't even a full week, it was like 5 days. Was it 5 or 6 days?
Yeah, about 5 or 6 days.
During that time, he lost 11 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not so much the weight loss, more so than it was the symptoms that he was experiencing during that time. He had lots of headaches, and he still gets them from time to time. I know exactly what it is, but sometimes they could be a little, what that's.
What does
like.
that mean? So you're saying I'm hard-headed?
You knock on that skull and you tell me if it's hard. Just knock on it. But anyway, it was he joined me on that journey, and it was really good. But listen, I had an idea, and tell me if you guys like this, okay? And I'm just asking you guys because you are my like close community before I start marketing this. If that's the case, and with you gentlemen who announced that you also want to cleanse and detox, here's what we can do. Like what we can do is like do a couples challenge or something. And here's why I'm saying this. If your household is like my household, I do the majority of the grocery shopping, right? So I do the majority of the grocery shopping. Like now, since everyone is like kind of old, older and doing their thing, I'll get help cooking from time to time, and they'll just cook their own thing. But what I figured is because I had gentlemen, saying that they want to heal and cleanse. Women, hello, we do the majority of the shopping. So it's always best when you guys are doing something, when we're doing something together. The hardest thing for me, and I'll be honest with you guys, is doing what I did. It was hard, but I think I just came to understand my process, and I understood this was my journey. And as much as I want my adult children to adapt certain things, we're slowly but surely coming around this mountain, okay? And they're now understanding how powerful fruits and vegetables are by way of juicing, okay? So what I'm thinking is, if we do something like this and you gentlemen that want to join, like there's a group with us as women, but as us as women, we talk about certain things. And I'm thinking if you gentlemen want to jump on board, perhaps we can do like a couples challenge. And with this couples challenge, there's certain things we'll probably talk about that's different if it's just, in an all girl group or all female group. So what do you guys think about that? And if we do that, I know Quincy mentioned to him or a couple of guys in his circle that's also serious about their health and they want to jump on board. So if we do this, we can include it and make this like one big happy family. So I don't know if Quincy want to talk about his experience. I already told y'all he does not like celery juice, but I found out what does work for him. And one thing before Quincy talk, what I love about Quincy is that he's so adaptable. Like if he don't like it, he'll still drink it and go through it because he understands what's going on. And you probably can share what's going on with you so they can know why it's important for you to get your health back on track. But let him share that.
Yeah. So
welcome to the what was my show back in the day? The Misty Show.
Oh Lord, you are not going back there.
I'm sorry, we did a joke in the family, but go ahead. I was gonna welcome you, like welcome.
You don't have to do that. They see me. So went to the doctors, had a physical done. This was 2018. And what that appointment revealed was that I had issues with my liver because I was frequently using the bathroom, urinating quite frequently. And, so I, tried to, do everything I could to kind of, just try to watch my eating, cut down on a lot of salty foods, cut down on meat consumption, and tried to. And I just didn't see the results that I wanted to see. The doctor prescribed me some medicine. So I don't even remember. You remember what the name of that medicine was?
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I just wasn't seeing the success that I wanted to. And, that, constant urination was just, it continued. And it wasn't until, Misty's, going through her, physical issues that, she came across the whole juicing thing, and I saw the results, that she had, right. and the progress that she was making, and then she started to really study it and, found out how it could help me in my issue. And she said, Q, I think you should really try this. I really think that, it's obviously it's all in your diet. But juicing is going to really help you, with this liver issue, this fatty liver issue. So, I started doing it last summer, and, I really, really saw results. My urination slowed down. Again, she just said I lost 11 pounds. Sometimes, men we see some success and we're like, oh, I'm good. I done made it. I done lost 11 pounds. I can go back to, what I was doing. Well, that's kind of the trick.
That's exactly what happened.
that I fell into, right? And so, now it's to the point where I really have to take this thing serious, because I'm trying to be around, I'm trying to be around and enjoy life, in the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And it's time to take this health thing serious. So, I'm calling out my guys. I was talking to my brother Sonny last week, and he's on board. And any of my fellas out there, and you are serious about wanting a change, wanting a lifestyle change, and your history of eating is not good, right? And that you need to make a transition. Now is the time, right? So this juicing thing, man, I've seen what it has done to my wife, and the ailments that she was dealing with are just they're obsolete, they're gone, and so I'm grateful that she's healthy and she's doing better, but she's really on my neck right now about, hey, it's time for you to step your game up. So I'm ready.
Sincere, he pushes his green cups on us at work.
I do. Sincere, you one of them, man. You got to join me, bro.
So that's what's up. So here's the thing. I promise you, if you guys are willing, I just want to be honest and say, this is something that we need to do together as a community.
Yeah.
The work that, Quincy and his team is involved in, and I'm talking about primarily, you were talking about impoverished communities and all of these things. There are two different examples I want to give you that's so important. One of which is one of my clients, they actually have a food pantry, and I love, they got some information on their car that promotes their food pantry. But then after the stuff that they're promoting on their car are all unhealthy things, right? It's almost like a donut truck going around town. It's like all of this, guys, you got to understand this whole system. Okay, when I tell you I'm up on it, I'm awakened, you got to understand the system. And I'm not going to dissect that here, but what I am saying is, we're in it for the right thing. And what him and Quincy and his team, what they're doing, they're in it for the right thing. But understand, as a community, we must educate ourselves and the community. There's a lot of things that are going on emotionally, within the Black community. There are the health issues with high blood pressure, heart, stroke, blood clots, and all of that. But we got to understand the history and what we're really going through. We were just talking about this with some friends of ours over the weekend. And we were talking about, there is a thing when it comes to post-traumatic slavery syndrome. Okay, there's some things that as a community, we have been dealing with. I think we've done a really good job. But then there's some things that, for whatever reason, it takes a minute for things to kick in for us. Okay, but at this point, we shouldn't have to second guess our health and our livelihood. I don't care what good intentions you may have on this earth. If you're not taking care of that temple, what does it really matter? And then we're the first recipients of this behavior, number one. And then number two, this is the thing where this is, at this point in the game, we really just have to be so conscious about what it is that we are here to do. And then we got to get back to the root of how we're going to be successful in doing that. Okay. So what I would really, really want to encourage all of you to do and to join and be a part, if this is something you want to do, come on and let's do it. But I want us to really get to the root of why are we in the situation that we're in. Once you understand this, then we can understand and address all the social issues that we're facing as a community. Because once you are enlightened to this information, and once you see, like, I really do not eat enough fruits or vegetables, you will, now you're consciously awakened. I like to talk about addictions, and I talk about addictions when it comes to whatever addictions it may be. It doesn't matter. I like to talk about it because these are the things. Actually, I'll just say I like to talk about things that most people don't like to talk about, okay? Because those are the things that really keep us stuck. But if you really look at addictions, and it doesn't matter whether it's sexual, alcoholism, drugs, smoking, when you look at it, the way to break an addiction is consciously, like, wake up that subconscious, okay? And I have a whole, ebook that I wrote about this because it's so powerful. Once you understand why you do something, you have a better chance to break that addiction. Some things we do on autopilot. We just do it just to do it. But the way I break down, it's like in the methodic order of when you pick something up. When you pick the food up, before you even pick it up, you're asking yourself, like, is this something that's really going to benefit me as a person, my body, my mind, my reactions to people? Like, I want to break down, like, we don't have to be addicted to anything, which is why I included this into my program, because some people think I have, sugar cravings, or I have food addictions, or I have this. Like, the reality is all of us had at one point of our lives some type of addiction. So when we break down why we're doing the thing and stop saying you have an addiction, the reality is there's something going on in our body that's imbalanced, that's causing you, me, all of us together to respond the way we're responding. So back to that example that I was mentioning with Quincy's job and what he does within the community, like, I want Quincy and his whole team to be well. Like, and to be well and keep doing that nice, awesome work that you're doing, you got to be the first recipient. And then now you can go back into our communities and talk to our Black brothers and our Black sisters to say, hey, this is how we're going to clean up this mental issue. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to stop doing, it's not just about smoking and crack and all of that. I'm about to give y'all a fun fact. Okay. Right. And I learned this. This was so good in one of my courses. But if you look at an MRI, and you will see the behavior of the brain, okay? And that behavior of the brain, as I mentioned in one of my videos before, the behavior, and I'm going to keep repeating things because that's how we learn. Repetition, 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 okay? The rule of thumb for you marketers out there, we have to see things 6 to 8 times before we take actions. But I'm going to be pounding this, literally over and over and over. But my point is, we are so addicted that we don't even realize that we're addicted. So if you really look at the behavior when it comes to the consumption of your food, your brain, those neurotransmitters that goes off under an MRI responds to the same thing. Like when you are having something that's high in sugar, or when you are having dope, which is dopamine, same thing. Or when you're having an orgasm, like that brain triggers and it responds the same exact way, which goes to show you how bad and how poisoned our food is. It's bad. It's really bad. And you will know this. And again, I'm just telling you, don't take my word for it. I'm just here to authentically awaken my community, which is one of the things we talked about when we were with our friends over the weekend. Like, to me, one of the things that I carry that's a weight on me is like how our people are just non-educated about stuff, but yet we continue to do the same things and we want to break patterns in our lives. It doesn't happen until you do, until you start doing. And this is why I want to constantly keep talking about these things, because once we keep talking about these things and then you continue to do them, at this point, there's no excuse. Like, sometimes we do things, because it's just the lack of knowing, just out of ignorance, and that's human nature. But the moment you become awakened to things and you still decide to put certain things in your body or continue the same behavior or activity, yeah, the onus is on you at that point, So this is why I carry that so close to me, because it's serious. The other example I wanted to give you guys really quickly was I was speaking to one of my other clients, which is a totally different business, just recently, which is the health and wellness business, right? And one of the things that she said, which is true, which is why I'm glad Quincy is here and popped on with me, because we talk about stuff, candid stuff. And Quincy joked around for years about weight and what he eat, what he doesn't eat, and joke with the kids about stuff, and to the point where I was like, no, it's not funny. We're not going to joke about that. It's serious. But one of my clients said it's so hard being in her industry when her husband is clearly out of shape. Now we're talking physically. There are certain things that he's like like on a borderline of stuff. And so she was explaining to me how it's difficult because she wants to still promote her business, but it's kind of hard being that authority in the marketplace, when her, what that's really close to her, which is her husband, is out of shape, and or he's not taking, his health that serious. My recommendation to her was you literally have to keep being who you are. And that's what I've been. Like, to me, it's like, and I get it, when we get, certain things and we just get it and we're just awakened to things, and it's like, okay, and we want everybody around us to join. Well, it just doesn't happen like that all the time. But through your consistency, through the power of who you are, and through the power of who you become because of what you're applying in your life, that's when we rely on faith. That's when now it's activated, because now it's not, we're doing now, and those that are around, and eventually it's going to happen. My family, my adult children are now asking questions. Mom, what do you think? I was going to have this, or what do you think for dinner? Should I have more of this, more of that? And to me, it's like, last week, I just thought like, okay, it's happening. It's happening because these are the things that we are discussing as a family. And every time we go out, or we may go out to eat and look at the menu, these are the things that we should be awakened to as a community. So as Quincy said, he has a handful of brothers that already spoke about it. I had a couple people reply to my story. So clearly I don't want to put the men in the women's group, because as women, we talk about certain stuff. But what I would love to do is, if this is something that you guys want to be a part of, let's do it. And we can do a couples challenge. So let me know if y'all are down. This is something that just came impromptu. Yep. And let's do it. I don't know. So when you want to go ahead.
Next steps will be what?
There you go. I was gonna say, so when? Like, hey y'all, look, we found next steps for this part is him.
You putting that pressure on
him. So let's hold him accountable. Okay. So
right.
That's what I would say.
All right. So fellas, if y'all down, inbox me and we'll set up the challenge, and we'll create a group, Facebook group. That way we're holding each of us, we're all holding each other accountable. So if you're down, inbox me. I know I already got a couple guys, and I see Sincere, I see you. So you can do it for Ramadan. I think Ramadan starts Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's get it in, man. It's time. It's time. All right, it's time to claim our health back. So I'm excited, and I'm also grateful. Grateful that the journey that my wife has been on, and the truth that has been awakened inside of her, and that she wants to give it out to the world. So KPJ, what up, though? So the challenge is we're doing a all fruit challenge, and juicing challenge. So the benefits of juicing, just health wise, and not necessarily weight. Which is a part of it, because what's on the outside is a reflection of what's going on the inside. But for those guys who know you're dealing with some certain ailments,
and for men specifically, it always sometimes boils down to the prostate,
yes,
fatty liver,
yes,
high cholesterol,
yep, high blood pressure.
And some of the things that you will have, which are fruit juices and fruits, will be centered around those ailments. Yep. So, whether or not you have them or you've been diagnosed with it, this is still something that anyone who's looking for a change, or just to get health and even, drop weight, you can still benefit for this. But those are the 4 or 5 areas that we will focus on for the men.
Yeah. Well, so what are we thinking? How long? 30 days?
All right. So that's a great question.
And I got to work
Quincy and Jason. Okay. So that's a great question. So here's what I would say, and I'm going to answer this question. Quincy has to go as well. What I would say is, in order to really reap the benefits of a challenge, flat out, hands down, 21 days. Yes, there's a 3-day, there's a 5-day, there's a 7-day that I have in my program, but you really don't even start to feel the benefits of it until after that first week. But the challenge within the 21 days is just not going straight into it like all juice. We're going to gradually put you into that challenge. So you'll still have what you will have for dinner, but then we'll modify breakfast. Then the second week, we'll modify breakfast and lunch. So it's a gradual transition into that program. So more details coming soon. Quincy has to hop on another call. I do as well. But if you can just comment below and or take Quincy up on his challenge and contact him, then this is what we'll do. Jason, if you're still not trying to lose weight, that's good. You don't have to lose weight because there's some things you can implement into your plan that will actually cause you to build muscle. I don't know what your goals are, but we'll talk about that because there's alfalfa sprouts and all the other things that you can add into your nutrition. But again, we can individualize that once you guys come apart. But he has to go. I have to go. We love y'all much. We appreciate y'all. And we'll talk soon. Our phones are blowing up. All right, y'all. See y'all. Bye-bye.